Hey, it's Joe, and this is the tour of the tiny 4x4x2. It's a tiny double-storey modern concrete house. I originally created my raw concrete theme for The Sims 1, and that was almost 2 decades ago. I've recently recreated it for The Sims 4. The first house to use this theme was the concrete bunker, but the files weren't ready to be released yet. So, here they are. It's 4x4 on both levels, but the upper level is offset to create a bit of a patio downstairs, and then of course it's got all the flying beams, and it's got a small area outside which is really just 2 tiles, merely to store the dustbin in. It doesn't form part of any living area. You can actually see it coming around from this end. Unfortunately, there aren't very small lots in The Sims 4, so the houses tend to be a bit dwarfed on any lot, but I've created a fairly nice garden. It's probably a little bit too elaborate for such a small house, but it is a fairly upmarket property anyway. The swimming pool is fairly standard, except I've put in the 2 jets, and just between the 2 flying columns that go up to meet the beams, there's a sitting area, which of course the Sims can't use. It's just for cosmetic purposes. The front is all open. You can't really build walls in these houses because they are all too low to really give you the effect. Inside it's also very compact, and you can see there's just enough room to walk around. You can cook, you can sit, you can use the computer, although occasionally you have to actually tell the Sim to sit in the chair and then tell him to use the computer. There you see him preparing. And interesting enough, you can actually use that corner counter, but it actually is a corner counter placed properly, and for some reason you can actually use it to prepare food on it. So that's always a good thing. I learned something with this build video. Going upstairs, it's just really just 1 bedroom, obviously 4x4, and a very small bathroom. I would have gotten a better bathroom by putting it in the corner, but then I couldn't have gotten a double bed in there. I couldn't get any side tables in there without them sticking through the walls, so I thought I'd just leave them out, put 2 little lamps on either side with that shelf running over the top of the bed. The shower and everything works. The bathroom sink has been scaled down 1 by 1 notch. It just makes things more usable and there's more space. Otherwise everything functions. Then of course I had the roof over the bottom area, so I put another entertainment area upstairs. What else are you going to do with it? So there's actually 2 dining tables. The downstairs entertainment area has a little barbecue, and that's just off to the side, which you'll see in a moment. And there's the step in the pool. I did do quite a bit of landscaping in the garden, but because of the cut lawn, I thought it would just add to clutter to add any more plants. The lawn textures you can get from the Hobbit theme, and the links will be available down below in the description. So I kept it relatively simple, and I tried to hide away some of the walls. I wanted to create a multi-level wall with steps ins and steps outs, but there are no real grills or gratings that you can set between them. So I used some plants and bushes to sort of obscure the view a little bit. You can see from the top view where it steps back and forward, but it creates an interesting wall that can also drop because it's based on actual walls. The top roof has the tarmac textures that I released recently, and it's just to give you the effect of a sort of a tarred roof, waterproofed roof. And there you can see the beams that run from the front door through the house and then down the back to create a support system for the first floor. I thought it was very architectural, and I actually want to explore this sort of design a bit more in a larger scale. This is a very, very tiny house, but it was mostly for a challenge. Here's a bit of a time lapse. This sort of house, I suppose, does really suit the city, so this is the right neighborhood for it. The car that you see there is also one of my recent downloads. And here's some screenshots of the house. If you're new to the channel, do hit the notification bell icon, and you will receive notifications for any new videos just like this one. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. If you didn't, why not tell me why you didn't like it? I'm always willing to engage with conversation in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.